Well, good evening, everybody. And 11 p.m., night before Thanksgiving. It doesn't quite have the same cachet as Christmas Eve, but that's all right. We'll take it. Hopefully, many of us are off work tomorrow. Hopefully, most of us are off work tomorrow. And let's hide this. I hate that thing that comes up there on StreamYard. So a lot of guys forget to do this. Click hide. There you go. Cool. So I thought we'll see if anybody shows up. If not, this will be the shortest stream ever. Just came from Legend Sports Universe. LDS, Yankees and Tribe, a hell of a game. So I'm not going to spoil it. That's all I can say. Hell of a game. So there we go. And so I was thinking about doing a game, but it seems pretty quiet around the old sports gaming community tonight. So I'm going to give us a few more minutes. And if nobody pops in, we'll just end it and I'll delete the video. But I think this looks like a lot of fun. A little trivia stuff, and we'll see. So in the meantime, some updates, as it were. So we had our opening night for the APA Bats League in Out of the Park 24. So that's really fun. So we'll continue with that. Continuing with the Castro McGregor League, getting closer to McGreevy, and then just other odds and ends, waiting for December 1st to order Pocket Pennant Run 3. Cannot wait. And also right now, Out of the Park 24 is on sale on Steam. And the other reason I'm not doing a game tonight is one of my favorite non-baseball games is updating. So Grim Dawn. Oh, it's actually already done. I didn't know how long Grim Dawn was going to take, but still seeing no viewers. So you guys may not even see this, but it should be fun. If we get some, there's all kinds of other trivia we'll do another night here. I just decided to pick these up. Well, there's Big Clue wishing a happy Thanksgiving Eve. It's just you and me. It is just you and me, my friend. We don't get more people on here. This will be the shortest stream ever from me. I thought we'd just do some trivia, basically just an excuse to talk some baseball for a little bit. Found this neat site, so no cheating. Get any bargains yet? Yeah, I picked up a couple things on Steam. I did. Yeah, I have Diablo 4 already on the PlayStation 5, and I'm kind of thinking about playing with PC only because it feels weird playing with that game with a controller. But I don't know. Diablo 4 is just not hitting it for me the same way that other ARPGs are doing. But who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind. Steam Winter Sale. But non-game bargains, absolutely. From a company called Cherry Audio, who makes some of the best virtual recreations of some of the greatest hardware synths of all time. I picked up a great bundle that includes like classic Oberheim and Moog and ARPs, and oh my god. So looking forward to jump into that. Do not Baldur's Gate. I'll disappear forever. So the only reason I have not bought Baldur's Gate 3, my friend, is because of all the virtual studio technology that I use and stuff like that. I simply don't have the hard drive space for Baldur's Gate 3. Because I want to pull the trigger on that game so badly, but I don't have anywhere to store it. That's the problem. Or this would go from a baseball channel to an RPG channel, and which I think would be really, really fun. There's Bernie. You just say one to us hello. Your kids showed up for Thanksgiving. Wanted to say happy Thanksgiving. All right, Bernie. We'll see you tomorrow, and a blessed Thanksgiving to you and yours. We'll probably end up not doing this and probably just talking for a few minutes. Quiet night. And there's Jamie. Says happy Thanksgiving to everybody as well. So there we go. And Bernie's going to be dropping back out. So it's we three. Yeah, I was hoping we could hopefully Clinton Parks is doing well. I know he had a little brief stay in the hospital. So obviously, send out good mojo to Clinton, our resident curmudgeon. Haven't seen Cousin Ken around. So I don't know. I thought more folks would be around on a Thursday. There were only like 8 people at Legends game. There were a few more at David Baseball Demos, and they were broadcasting at the same time. But fairly quiet. There's Mike Silva. So, and there he is. There's cousin Ken Castro. Good to see you, cuz. So yeah, I was gonna do a game tonight, but you guys hear enough of me doing games and stuff like that. Clinton went home after the hospital observation and played a game. All right, then we know our curmudgeon is doing well then, and that is good to know. We can't have our. I mean, how would we ever move forward? So, I was gonna do something last night, and then I'm like, I couldn't be arsed. It's like, one more day at work. So I'm off tomorrow. Go back Friday, of course. Black Friday, but hopefully not going to be that busy. So I thought it might be fun just to do some baseball trivia, and if we could get enough people, it'd be really, really cool to kind of split people up into teams. You could create your own batting order. So, say Mike Silva would be leading off, and he would have to answer the first question, and if he gets it wrong, right, that's like 1 out, and blah blah blah. I don't know. Or we could but you can't cheat. No using Google, because you guys are smart. You guys are too smart to search this stuff, and doesn't look to be too bad. It's just fun, something to do. And there's Tim, Clee baseball fan. So yeah, so not spoiling anything in that Yankees Indians game, but boy, was that a good one. It was a good one. So Mike's going to be in Cape Cod. Whoa, nice. Excellent. Yeah. I don't even know if I should bother doing baseball tomorrow. I probably will in protest because people will be watching football. So therefore, I will do a baseball game, even if nobody shows up. I'm doing baseball tomorrow at some point, probably in the evening. Because to me, it's a day off, and I'm happy about that. So I don't have any family around here or anything like that. So, family in Europe, family way north here in the Commonwealth, family out on the West Coast, everywhere but where I am. So just going to be me and my cats hanging out, rocking and rolling. Probably write some music and stuff. I don't know. Anyhow. Oh, you saw the final score? Oh, yeah, you came in, Tim. Yeah, you definitely. I don't want to spoil it for anybody else that hasn't seen it yet, but that was a beautiful ending. So, this ball is done by 1:30 or earlier if the night game is a blowout. Same here. Game, yeah. Good food, a day off, and there you go. Lots of baseball simming. So many guys are going to pick up Pocket Pennant Run 3. I'm really excited about the 3rd edition of that because you can play right from the player cards, and it looks even more streamlined than before. So, and I guess apparently they've sort of charted it up more, and can't wait. The only thing that I found curious about that game is if you look at the Pocket Pennant Run software and you look at season stats for players, they don't include triples, which is really strange, and I don't know why that is. So hopefully they will, because that's kind of an important hit, especially in the dead ball era, but any era, right? All right. So anyhow, so there you go. Hey, Alex, how do you? Oh, we not really. It's not that like we need a lot of people, Alex. I just thought it would be fun to just make 2 teams of 4 or something, but anybody could really answer, or whatever. It's just something for fun. I just didn't feel like doing a game tonight so much. So December 1st, it will be available, Cousin Ken. And it looks great. There was a Matt, one of the developers, did a thing. I think it was with Saber. Yes, it was with Saber, showcasing some of the things that are coming up in version 3 of Pocket Pennant Run. Figures I just buy Pocket Pennant Run 2 like a few weeks ago, and I really like the flow of the game. But this looks like it's going to be super, super fun. So, all right. Oh, absolutely, Mike. No worries. I mean, we don't even have to do we'll do a couple just for fun here. So, no cheating, because maybe we'll do this as a warm up some night, and we'll actually have a prize available. I don't know yet what it'll be. All right. So, let's go. And again, no Googling. Let's just see how fast we are. You ready? All right. Here we go. Against what opposing team did Babe Ruth hit his first career home run? Let's make this a little bigger. All right. Is that going to be the New York Yankees, Baltimore Black Sox, Boston Red Sox, or Chicago Cubs? First one that answers, and then we'll click it and see. Prize, a stick of bazooka. All right. Alex says Cubs. But Tim came in first with Red Sox. So let's see. Oh, Tim, no. Let's try the Cubs. No, it is not the Cubs. How about that? And let's try New York Yankees. There we go. It is indeed the New York Yankees. How about that? Because, yep, makes sense. He was with Boston and actually with Baltimore. I don't know when he hit his first home run. All right. Yep. While playing for the Red Sox, Babe Ruth hit his first career home run against New York Yankees on May 6, 1915. He was later traded to the Yankees for a mere $125,000, which actually in those days is a lot of money. All right. Who was the first major league player to pitch a ball over 100 miles per hour? Nolan Ryan, Dwight Gooden, Roger Clemens, or Tom Seaver? The Yankees were not the Highlanders in 1915. They were the Yankees. They were the Yankees. Cousin Ken Castro says Bob Feller, who happens to not be on this list. Alex says Nolan Ryan, and Big Clue says Nolan Ryan. And on September 7th, 1974, in a game against the White Sox, California Angels pitcher Nolan Ryan became the first player to break the 100-mile-per-hour barrier. One of his pitches was officially clocked at 100.8 miles per hour. So this is kind of a controversial question because there's a great documentary on YouTube called Fastball. And there is some argument that Feller may have been the first. So there we go. Walter Johnson topped out in the high 90s. Again, when Johnson was measured, though, they were using very inaccurate. So, but definitely we'll just go with this. Again, just fun. All right. What Baltimore Orioles manager was? Oh, this is easy. If you guys don't know this, I'm not going to read it. Come on. What Baltimore Orioles manager was ejected from a record 91 games? Come on. We know this one, right? We know this one, guys. Bauer, Hargrove, Richards, or Bauer. Well, of course, better be Earl Weaver. Ding, ding, ding. Yep. Managed the Orioles for 17 years, ejected from Major League 91 games. In fact, he was once ejected from both games of a doubleheader. I did not know that. All right. I'm not keeping score. This is like that show. Whose line is it anyway? Points don't count. All right. Who's the first Major League player to have his number retired? How about that? Let's make this a little bigger. Charlie Robertson, Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth, or George Kelly? MV ejected 91 times from strip clubs. Oh, my goodness gracious. How about that? All right. Votes seem to be for the Iron Horse. And indeed, on the 4th of July, 1939. All right. What player was nicknamed Mr. November? Mariano Rivera, Reggie Jackson, Derek Jeter, David Ortiz. These are pretty easy, huh? We should pick like an obscure team, but I was gonna bring up the Sabre trivia questions. They're pretty insane. Maybe we'll have to up the game here. All right. Looks like we got to vote for Derek Jeter. Here we go. Yep. All right. Nice. You guys are pretty smart. All right. Which pitcher had no right hand? Guy Hecker, Jim Colborn, Jim Abbott, Stubby Clapp. Oh, my God, that's awful. Stubby Clap. That sounds like, well, something you don't want to get. Jim Abbott, says Tim, and he is right, of course. All right. The Brooklyn Dodgers nickname originally referred to dodging. Come on, Cousin Ken, you got to get this one. Horse droppings, bullets, trolleys, or the police. Big Clue says trolleys, and of course, and so does Tim. And yeah, you guys are all right. Yep, easy one. In 1892, the city of Brooklyn began replacing its slow-moving horse-drawn trolley lines with faster, more powerful electric trolley lines. In less than 3 years, electric trolley accidents in Brooklyn had resulted in more than 130,000 deaths and maimed well over 500 people. As a result, the team Trolley Dodgers was attached to the Brooklyn Ball Club. Interestingly, of course, is they don't officially become the Dodgers until the 1930s. What player? We know this one. It's Ray Chapman. Everybody knows that. Okay. All right. These are easy, man. What is the name of the fictitious minor league baseball team on the Simpsons TV show? Springfield Duff, Springfield Fishbones, Springfield Homers, or Springfield Isotopes? And Clinton Parks, welcome, Professor. The Isotopes? It is. All right. What female pitcher once struck out Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig? Was it Kelsey Whitmore, Mamie Johnson, Jackie Mitchell, or Constance Morgan? And Ken Castro's answering Clinton, but Clinton is not one of the names on here. Jackie Mitchell says Big Clue. All right. And he got it. 17-year-old female pitcher for the Double-A Chattanooga Lookouts once played the New York Yankees in an exhibition game and struck out Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig in succession. Pretty damn nice. How about it? Big Clue coming through. All right. Child's Play. Well, let's see what we can do with a ball club then. I mean, there's tons more questions here, but let's make it a little harder here. Let's see what St. Louis Cardinals trivia looks like. All right. What was the original name of the St. Louis Cardinals? The Red Hats, Perfectos, Brewers, or Brown Stockings? Is everybody Googling now? Clinton says Red Hats. Nope, it is not the Red Hats. Ken Castro's guessing Brown Stockings, and that is the answer. All right. Which Cardinal pitched the first no-hitter in Major League history? Joe Blanc, Dickie Pierce, George Bradley, or Herman Delman? Christopher says Joe Blanc. Nope. I think you just want to say the name. Big Clue says George Washington Bradley, and he is right. Pitched for the St. Louis Brown Stockings in the club's victory over the Hartford Dark Blues on July 15th, 1876. The score ended 2-0 without a hit being allowed by Bradley. That year, he completed 63 of St. Louis's 64 games, winning 45 and leading the league with a 1.23 earned run average. He also threw 16 shutouts, setting a record that has never been broken. Nice. How many different positions did Jose Oquendo play for the Cardinals? 7, 3, 9, or 5? The Blanc tournament will be next. That should be the Badminton Blanc tournament, right? Chris is threatening some. He's threatening. Holy moly! Okay, it's Dan Burke. All right, so Big Clue is saying 9, so we'll try 9 first. Yep. All 9 positions. There you go. All right. What is Cardinals? Oh, we're not even going to, right? Come on. Number 4 is a gimme, right? What is Cardinals manager Branch Rickey best known for? Well, obviously, it's that one, all of these. That's too easy. All right. Why did the National League expel St. Louis in 1877? Low attendance, too many teams in Missouri, they won too many games, or game fixing? The Beatles' long badminton bust up. So Christopher Slovak hitting us with some serious alliteration tonight, gents. Tim says too much Anheuser-Busch. Not in 1877. Not yet. Game fixing. Let's see. Yes, indeed. The National League expelled St. Louis from the league after 1877 due to a game-fixing scandal, and the team went bankrupt. Without a league, they continued play as a semi-professional barnstorming team through 1881. Good stuff. Which player was injured when the automatic tarp at Busch Stadium rolled over his leg? Was it Michael Wacha, Vince Coleman, Ozzie Smith, or Jordan Hicks? Stealing other teams' medical records, says Alex. That's funny. Dan said that would have been Falstaff. Okay, first answer I'm seeing here is Vince Coleman. Ding, ding, ding. All right, well done. All right, next one. Who's the only player to hit 40 home runs and bat 400 in the same year? Mize, Musial, Pujols, or Hornsby? Next time we do this, we're busting out Sabre trivia because you guys are too good for this. Christopher says Hornsby, and Big Clue says Hornsby. Everybody's saying Hornsby, and the answer is ding, ding, ding. There you go. All right. Again, this is a gimme. It's Anheuser-Busch. Let's move on. Which Cardinal was the last National League pitcher to win 30 games in one season? Again, this is a gimme, but we'll let somebody answer this one. That's a gimme. Stan Musial, yep, from Donora, Pennsylvania. Absolutely. Pittsburgh area boy. Yes, this is the gimme. It's Diz, 1934. How many seasons did Lou Brock lead the league in stolen bases? 6, 7, 5, or 8? The great Lou Brock. No relation to Joe Blong. All right. So Clinton says 5. Wrong. And Big Clue's going with 8. Big Clue. Yep. Also had a record 12 consecutive seasons with 50 or more stolen bases. All right, page 2. We'll stick with the Cardinals for a little bit here. Which player is known for scoring the winning run in Game 7 of the 1946 World Series? Shane Dean, Slaughter, Kurowski, or Marion? All right. Big Clue says he doesn't know, but Enos Slaughter. It seems like everybody's talking about Enos Slaughter. Ding, ding, ding. There you go. All right. Which Cardinal won 3 MVPs and 7 batting titles? This should be pretty easy for you guys. Pujols, Musial, Torre, or McGuire? All right. First answer from Alex. Stan Musial. Alex gets it. Batted .331 over the course of his career and set National League records for career hits, runs, games played, at bats, runs scored, and doubles. I think Musial is just behind or third behind Tris Speaker, who's the all-time leader. All right, who threw the pitch that turned into Mark McGuire's record-breaking 62nd home run? Telemaco, Mulholland, Traxel, or Tapani? All right, first answer. All right, I'm seeing Traxel from everybody. You got it, guys. Which shortstop did the Cardinals swap Gary Templeton for in 1982? Dan was there, so he definitely knows that. Now we're guessing the questions too, right? Ken Castro says, no idea. That's modern baseball. Big clue says Ozzie Smith, of course. Ding, ding, ding. Which Cardinal hit the first Major League Grand Slam outside the United States? Torrey, Pinson, Grote, or Maxville? I learned recently we have a San Diego Padres fan in the community. So that's kind of cool. I think almost everybody's. Joe Torre says Dan Burke. Nope. Ken Castro says Vada Pinson. Nope. And this is not Torre. It's not Pinson. Clinton got his first one wrong. I'll be damned. Where is Christopher's? Oh, Dick Grote. Let's see. Nope. So it's Dow Maxville. Dow Maxville had just 6 home runs in his 14-year Major League career, but one bright spot came on April 14th, 1969, when he hit a Grand Slam home run in Canada. Everybody forgets Canada. During a Cardinals Expos game at Parc Jarry. How about that? Everybody got stumped on that one. That's pretty crazy. Then Clinton came back with, but yeah, all right. Which player hit 3 home runs in a World Series game? Edmonds, Roland, Pujols, or Matt Carpenter? Now, if we do Pirates, I mean, Chris is going to know them all. Big Clue says he forgot Maxville played in the 70s. Poor Dow Maxville. Sucks to be him, I guess. All right. Alex is coming in first. Oh, wow. We got, let me see. It was Ruth Jackson and Sandoval. Okay. So, Jim Edmonds, let's try it. Nope. Dan Burke says Albert Pujols. That's it. All right. What was manager Whitey Herzog's style of play sometimes called? Moneyball, Murderball, Powerball, or Whitey Ball? Dan Burke hits a triple. Who did the Cardinals defeat to win their first World Series? Well, this is easy. You guys should know this one. What an ignominious end to the series for the Yankees. I just gave you the answer. So, bam. Babe Ruth was caught stealing, man. All right. How much did William DeWitt Jr.'s investment group pay for the Cardinals in 1995? 1.9 billion, 728 million, 319 million, or 147 million? I know this is something most of us aren't into, but Dan says 319. Okay, Big Clue is first with 147. I think that's too low. Oh, no, he's right. How about it? So in 2018, Forbes valued the Cardinals at 1.7 billion, the 7th highest, and far more than 147 million dollars. What a bargain. Who led the Cardinals in hits in 77, 78, and 79? Hey, Aaron Reed, how you doing? Good guess, though. Good guess. Okay, I'm seeing Keith Hernandez. Nope, it is not Keith Hernandez. All right, we have a guess for Gary Templeton, and that is indeed the answer. I would have guessed Lou Brock too, actually, Doug. So All right. Now we have one more page of Cardinals trivia, but we're gonna go elsewhere. We're gonna go elsewhere. All right. Boom. And boom. And let me see. Let's do. So we have a Giants fan, or we have a Reds fan in here, and a Pirate fan. Well, 2 Pirate fans, but I don't count. World Series trivia. These are pretty easy, but let's just for big clue, let's do the Cincinnati Reds. Which Reds player holds the major league record for most career hits? Of course, we better know this one, right, guys? Indeed, Dan Burke. All right. We'll do the Phillies next. All right. Which Cincinnati Red was known for using a black bat? Was it Joe Morgan, Ken Griffey Jr., Joe Black, or George Foster? So I should have picked this up a few months ago. I was at our local Second and Charles, and they had this mammoth baseball trivia book, and this was some brain twisting, nasty stuff. If I find that book, I'm buying it. Except there's no way to show it on the screen. All right, so so Alex comes in with Griff with the kid. Let's see. Nope. George Foster. Indeed, it is George Foster. Doug Hunt hits one. All right, Doug, way to go, man. Who is the first player in Major League Baseball history to hit 30 homers and steal 50 bases in a season? Billy Hamilton, Joe Morgan, Dave Collins, Eric Davis. Big clue back in that last question. It says 77 Foster, baby. All right, Dan Burke coming in with Eric Davis. That's right. Pretty good. Who's the first Reds pitcher to throw a perfect game? Tom Seaver, Jim Maloney, Tom Browning, or Homer Bailey? Okay. I see Browning as the answer, and it is 1988. Nice. All right. How many games did it take the Reds to win their first World Series in 1919? Big clue. Homer Simpson, says Clinton Parks. Everybody's already glimpsing at the next question. We got to fix that, man. There we go. We make it any bigger, and there you go. So how many games? Clinton says 8. Dan Burke says 8. The answer is indeed 8. There you go. Which Red pitcher? Come on. All right, let's see who's fastest at this one. Which Reds pitcher threw 2 straight no-hitters? I'm not even going to, come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys were stumped by this one? You can't be. It better be Johnny V. Absolutely right. Okay. How long was Pete Rose's? Again, this is easy. It's 44 games. All right. Some of these are really, really easy. Who was the first rookie catcher to win a Gold Glove award? Do I even need to read the names? Hey, D. Scott Howard, welcome in and happy Thanksgiving Eve. Yep, already went past 44. Now, here's the quick trivia question for you guys, though. Pete Rose is tied with whom in the National League hitting streak record? Who is it? I think everybody's saying Johnny Bench for this one, and of course you're right. But now, I'm asking my own question. Pete Rose, 44-game hitting streak in the National League. Who's he tied with in that? So Pete Rose is tied in the National League with whom at 44 games? Yep, Wee Willie Keeler is right. And we learned something about who's that the other night that we were doing, and it was a 42 game hitting streak. I have to look that up again. Maybe somebody remembers, but that was pretty amazing. How old was pitcher Joe Nuxhall? This is easy. When he made his major league debut for the Reds. Yeah, Bad Bill Dolan. That's it. Thank you. 42 game hitting streak, Bad Bill. Dan Burke says 15. Dan Burke would be right. There you go. And what is the Cincinnati Reds mascot called? Mr. Redlegs, Rosie Red, Gapper, or all of these? And Clinton says, who the hell cares? Well, there are two Reds fans in here, so I guess they care. Dan Burke says all of these. Dan Burke is right. There you go. All right. Let's go back. And Philadelphia Phillies. Here we go. What was the original name of the Philadelphia Phillies? Quakers, Tip Tops, Orphans, or Pheasants? All those plus Mr. Red says Gapper. I think Ken Castro caught that one right away. Dan Burke, Dan Burke, big clue coming with Quakers. Absolutely. I even refer to them every once in a while when we play old Phillies teams as the Quakers. So, yeah, they replaced the Worcester Brown Stockings. How about that? They immediately compiled a 173 winning percentage, which is still the worst in franchise history. Ouch. Which Phillies pitcher threw a no-hitter and hit 2 home runs in the same game? Holiday, Bunning, Lush, or Wise? Hey, oh my God. Wait, we're stopping the chat here for a minute because where have you been light years from home? It's only been like, 2 years, man. I hope you're doing well. I wish you a blessed Thanksgiving. And we got to hook up and talk. Guys, this is one Chris, light years from home, is a huge Pirate fan. So now there's 3 of us in here. All right. What do we got here? Jim Bunning. Everybody's coming in with Bunning. Nope, it is not Jim Bunning. Big Clue says Wise. Rick Wise? That's it, Rick Wise. So on June 23rd, 1971, when the 25-year-old pitched a no-hitter and added 2 home runs to lead the visiting Philadelphia Phillies a 4-0 victory over the Cincinnati Reds at Riverfront. What were the 19th? Oh, this is, come on. So this is like so easy, right? What were the 1950 Phillies called? 10, 9, 8. Yeah. So you're doing well. Good. Yep. Whiz Kids would be right. All right. In 1979, who did the Phillies make the highest paid player in baseball? Luzinski, Schmidt, Carlton, or Rose? D. Scott Howard says Cheese Whiz. Now we should do a pirate trivia contest between Light Years from Home and Christopher Slovic. All right. So what do we got here? So the first guess is Michael Jack Schmidt. And that would be wrong. Pete Rose? It is indeed Pete Rose. So, which pitcher accounted for nearly half of the Phillies' wins in 1972? If you don't do this one, we'll just close down the channel at this point. Does that make their ballpark the Whiz Palace? Nice. Steve Carlton says Clinton, and he is right. How many seasons did the Phillies play before winning their first World Series? 66, 55, 77, or 44? Light years from home, it is so good to see you. We've been just doing so much baseball on this channel. It's been crazy. And pushing toward 400 subscribers, fairly close now. So, but you have been missed. I still have those rosters we made up like 2 years ago. Big Clue says all of them. Okay, so the first guess here is 55 from Light Years from Home. That would be wrong. Let me see. Cousin Ken says 66. He is wrong. Our Phillies fan is wrong. Wow. Big Clue says 77. That's it. Big Clue. Since the first modern World Series was played in 1903, the Phillies played 77 consecutive seasons and 97 seasons from the club's establishment before they won their first World Series, longer than any of the other 16 teams that made up the major leagues for the first half of the 20th century. Ouch. All right, which player was known for his unusual batting stance? Mike Schmidt, Darren Daulton, Jimmy Rollins, or Ryan Howard? So waiting for this, we're known for his unusual. But when I think of unusual batting stances, I think of like Mel Ott, but apparently there was a Philly that had an unusual batting stance. Okay, you're going to guess Darren Daulton. May his memory be eternal, as is Light Years from Home. Oh, wait, but the first one is Jimmy Rollins. I believe our first guess is Jimmy Rollins from Dan Burke. That would not be it. So is it Daulton? It is not Darren Daulton. Yeah, we know Al Simmons, but wrong Philadelphia team, D. Scott. Bucketfoot Al. But nope, hated pitchers. We learned that about him on the channel. So we're down to, is it Schmidt or Howard, guys? Flip a coin. Apparently it's Mike Schmidt. Mike Schmidt had some of the most impressive numbers when it came to belting the ball out of the park, but those who saw him play will always remember him for the way he stood at the plate. Schmidt turned his back almost entirely to the pitcher and shook his behind while waiting for the pitch, which earned him many female fans. That's pretty funny. All right. But boy, could he hit him, huh? Jeez. He had his 500th home run against the Pittsburgh Pirates, by the way. In fact, the Pirates were so dreadful. My understanding is they were selling tickets. The Phillies were coming into Pittsburgh, and they were selling tickets, right? So, well, Mike Schmidt hit his 500th home run in Pittsburgh. So that tells you. Anyhow, who holds the major league record for most stolen bases in a single season without being caught? Chase Utley, Ben Revere, Juan Samuel, or Bobby Abreu? Clinton says he does not support the Phillies. Bunch of bums. Tisk, tisk. Ben Revere is our first guess. That would not be right. Chase Utley. Ding, ding. There we go. All right. There we go. Who's the first Philly to homer from both sides of the plate in one game? Tartabull, Jeltz, Schmidt, or Chuck Klein? Boy, one of the great sluggers of the game, Chuck Klein. Chase Utley, future Hall of Famer. All right, Steve Jeltz looks like the first guess. All hail Dan Burke. And finally, and he did this against the Pirates, right? June 8th, 1989, Steve Jeltz hit 2 of his 5 career home runs, figures, in a game against the Pittsburgh Pirates, despite not even starting the game. A switch hitter, Jeltz hit one of these homers from the right side of the plate, one from the left. All right, last one for the Phillies. There's more, but we'll skip around. Which Phillies player almost ended his career after mangling his throwing hand by pushing it through a car headlight? Kruk, Santana, Allen, or Dickie Knowles? It figured that had to come against the Pirates, right? God. Yeah, always against the Pirates. Stuff always happens against us. It's not fair. It's not fair. See, I'm going to guess this has got to be the Kruk or Allen. I have no idea. All right. Dan Burke is coming in with Dickie Knowles here. That would not be right. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's not. All right. So, Dick, don't call me Richie Allen. That's the answer. In August 1967, Dick Allen was pushing a 1949 Ford up a hill with his right hand on a headlight. The headlight broke and severed the nerves and tendons leading to his ring and little fingers. Despite the impairment, he hit 33 and 32 home runs in 68 and 69. Pretty damn crazy. All right, let's see if we can find a tougher site because you guys are killing it here, man. So we're just gonna do baseball trivia, and let's see because there is one from Saber on here. Saber 50. It's appropriate to present our 50 greatest trivia questions. Oh my god! All right, let's see. Let's see if it's gonna hurt. I hope but if they put the answer down here. Oh shit. Okay, so wait a minute. I gotta find where the answers are. Okay, click here to find the answer key. All right, so here we go, gents. This is Saber, so I don't know, man. All right. Oh my god. Okay, I just want to do this so that we don't. Yeah. All right, so somebody's gonna have to keep. Oh, so Light Years from Home. He says, I got one for you. Does that do a hot take show or hot toke show? Take show. All right, this is dangerous. Who broke up at least 81 no-hitters? Tell you what, before I do this, I'm going to bring up the answer key on the other screen because we don't want to be flying all over the place, do we? I'm going to open this in a new tab and move it away. Give me a sec here, guys, to get it off the screen. All right. Hang on a second. Oh, my. Okay, this is going to be fun. All right. Here we go. Everybody's been looking at number 50, but we're going to go to number 1. Who broke up at least 81 no-hitters with a home run? And I'll even show you guys the answers. So these are tough. Let's go back here. Yeah. Nope. No on Bonds, no on Mays, no on Ruth. Nope. So once again, who broke up at least 81 no-hitters with a home run? So I'll give you a hint. It's not going to be a usual suspect. And I mean, I would have guessed these big sluggers too. Nope, it is not Yastrzemski. It is not Stan Musial. Let me know, guys, and I will tell you who it is and why. This is pretty. This is like holy hell, and this is just question number 1. While you guys are thinking, I'm going to go over and make the answer key smaller because I don't need it to be huge, right? That's what she said. All right. Okay. Dan Burke. Dan Burke is closing in. It is not Roger Connor. It is Rickey Henderson. So Rickey Henderson, by virtue of his 81 leadoff home runs, which occurred when the opposing pitcher had clearly not yet allowed a hit. I love it. Oh my God. You got to love the guys at Sabre, but it's true. So Dan Burke got it. He got it. Exactly. Has to be a leadoff man. Good one. All right. The next one. Oh, this is nice. So I can leave. You know what? We're going to do this because I can read the answers over here without you guys seeing the questions. Ooh, nice. All right. Number 2. Who is the only player in history to hit a walk-off inside the park grand slam home run? So Dan Burke, that's excellent. This Sabre quiz is hard. Holy man. I would have never guessed Ricky Henderson, but Dan Burke zeroing in on it. So very nice. So the only player in history to hit a walk-off inside the park grand slam home run. It is not Ty Cobb. So this is, again, there it is. Yep, Clinton got it. Roberto Clemente. Yep. So Clemente's grand slam was hit on July 25th, 1956, off Cubs pitcher Jim Brosnan. Wow, tough. These are tough. Okay. Who are the only two players to win League MVP, World Series MVP, and All-Star Game MVP? This is kind of spooky. So these two players are the only two players to win all three of these: League MVP, World Series MVP, and All-Star Game MVP. It is not Reggie Jackson, not Pujols, not Freddie Lynn. All right, Saber clearly has the measure of us here, gents. Saber clearly has the measure of us. This is a weird one. But it kind of makes sense once you hear the answers. Well, actually, it makes perfect sense once you hear the answer. So it's two players who are the only two players to win a league MVP, World Series MVP, and All-Star Game MVP. So the answer, you got to answer with two players. So everybody's still answering with one player. But no Garvey, no Jeter. We only have, about 19,000 more players to go. It's not Moonlight Graham, not Joe. No. Again, two players, guys. Just two players. And only two players have done these three things in the entire history of baseball, Major League Baseball. I'll give it another minute here. Nope, not Schmidt and Canseco. Nope. Yeah, Light years from home asking who's using ChatGPT. That's right. Big clue. You're halfway there. So Brooks Robinson is one of them. It is not Ted Williams or Mickey Mantle. Nope. Brooks Robinson is one of them. Who's the other player? D. Scott Howard said he knew all this stuff when he was 15. Nice. All right, so one of them is Brooks Robinson. Nope, it is not Johnny Bench. Remember I said this is kind of weird, sort of spooky, kind of. That's a big hint right there. Now that you know one of them is Brooks Robinson. D. Scott Howard said when he was 15, he said, of course, there is a lot less history then. Nice. Cal Ripken is not the answer. Yep, the other Robinson. So in all of baseball history, it was Brooks Robinson and Frank Robinson. So I think that's kind of, right? So Brooks Robinson, 1964 American League MVP, 1970 World Series MVP, and 1966 All-Star Game MVP. Frank Robinson, 1966 American League MVP, 1966 World Series MVP, and 1971 All-Star Game MVP. How about that? Now that is cool. Frank Robinson and Brooks Robinson, the only two players to do all three of those things in Major League Baseball history. All right. Which pitcher started the All-Star Game, then played only one Major League Baseball game the rest of his career? Yeah, these are tough questions because these guys are right there. Like all you guys were like nailing that other one. So it's like that's it. We're bringing out the big guns. We're going for Saber. And let me tell you, I wouldn't have gotten any of these right. So the Ricky Henderson one really blew my mind. Dan Burke, that was great call on your part there. Nope. That is not correct. It is not Dizzy Dean. So I'll repeat it again. Which pitcher started the All-Star game, then played only one major league game the rest of his career? If you guys want a hint, I'll groove one if you want. There it is. J.R. Richard. It is your answer. The Astros fireballer started the 1980 All-Star game for the National League before suffering a career-ending stroke soon after. Very sad about it. All right. Oh, this is pretty cool. This is a cool one. I think you guys will get this one, though. Who is the only player to play for all four original expansion franchises and only those franchises? Dan Burke, you got two good ones, man. Well, way to go. So this one again, who is the only player, so listen closely, please, to play for all four original expansion franchises and only those franchises? We're not doing all 50 from Saber. We'll be here all night. So just let you guys know. You can go on Saber yourself. It is not Bruce. So remember that it's the franchise expansion franchises is the key here. Yeah, that it's a tough one. I'm you guys are someone's gonna get this one. I have a nice hint. All I have to say, no, it is not Nate Colbert. Nope, not Tommy Davis. Nope, not Don Meyer. I haven't heard from cousin Ken. Is he on Saber's site right now? These are all tough questions. Oh my God, these are tough. So here's the funny thing about this while you guys are thinking is it says like all great trivia tests, the questions range in difficulty from easy to very hard. I don't think there's been an easy one yet. No, it is not Pedro Borbon. Nolan Ryan is the answer. The ding, 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 ding. Ryan pitched for the Angels and Rangers, who entered the American League in 1961 as expansion franchises, and the Mets and Astros, who began play in 1962 in the National League. So there you go. That's the answer. It's Nolan Ryan. All right, question number 6. What 300-game winner accumulated the same number of hits at the plate as he did wins on the mound? Ken's not a trivia guy. But I'm going to find a 19th century trivia quiz. And if not, I'll make one up, Ken, just for you. Ken says my wife says I don't know shit, and she's generally right. Come on, you're smart, man. This is minutia. This is a interesting question, though. So once again, what 300-game winner? So that narrows things right down, right? Accumulated the same number of hits at the plate as he did wins on the mound. That is pretty. This is a cool question. It is not Early Win. Good guess though. He was a good hitting pitcher, but it's not Early Win. But the same number of hits and wins. That's weird. This is a weird one. It is not Tom Seaver. Yeah, I'm about the same way. Not Phil Necro. Same thing, cousin. I get horsehide trivia every day, and I was thinking about broadcasts. Like every once in a while we do our player of note, and then doing a question from horsehide trivia, just for fun. It is not Bob Gibson. It's not Louis Tiant. It is not Don Sutton. It is definitely not Cy Young. Nope, not Lefty Grove. I'll tell you what, I'm going to throw you guys a curveball. What a brave pitcher he was. That should pretty much give you the answer. He was truly a brave pitcher. And it rained a lot, by the way, here in Pennsylvania. That's your second hint. It is not Wadey Ford. Warren Spahn. Dan Burke got the hint. There you go. So Spahn amassed 363 victories and 363 base hits in his 21-year career, split proportionally among the three teams he played for: Braves, 356 wins and hits; Mets, 4 wins and 4 hits; and the Giants, 3 victories and 3 hits. He also matched wins and hits in his postseason appearances. This is spooky shit. 4 wins and 4 hits. What are the odds? What are the odds? That's spooky. All right. Number 7. What pitcher threw 14 consecutive scoreless innings in All-Star competition? That is crazy, isn't it? Big clue. That is so weird. The baseball gods were having fun there, right? Not Roger Clemens. So once again, what pitcher threw 14 consecutive scoreless innings in All-Star competition, All-Star game competition? It is not the Rocket. It is not Tom Seaver. We gotta find something for Tom Terrific. It's not Seaver. Oh, Doug Hunt. The Warren Spahn question. That's a great one. Yep. It is not Don Drysdale, who would hit his own grandmother. I'm going to do a game some like Drysdale versus Gibson in out of the park baseball, because you can intentionally hit batters. I think it'd be fun. It is not Oral Hershiser. I'll give you a hint. I definitely wouldn't have known this, because this great pitcher pitched in my weakest decade and Clinton's strongest decade. I'm not saying Clinton's not strong in other ones, but when I met Clinton, it's not Dick Raditz. He was a 1960s baseball fan, and I was a dead ball fan, and now he's like teaching me about this decade. Juan Marichal is the answer. Marichal's scoreless streak began with the 1964 All-Star Game and continued to 1971. He allowed just 2 runs in 18 innings pitched over 8 All-Star appearances. That is really cool. All right, this one is strictly for Ken Castro. Now, this one is for Ken Castro. Nobody else can answer this one, please. All right? So, Cousin Ken, here we go, man. Who was the first player to reach 100 career home runs? This is just Ken Castro question, guys. Then that way he can go and tell his wife he knows some shit. Big clue. Nice play, buddy. Juan Marichal. Juan. So, Cousin Ken, who was the first player to reach 100 career home runs? So you guys know I'm asking this because it's happening in a specific century. Big Clue says it's a gimme. Of course I'm putting you on the spot. Hey, Clinton says give me a fucking break. You guys are the best, man. You guys are the best. Oh, my goodness gracious. Ken, we know you got this, man. Even if you cheat and go on, like, even if you Google it, just please, come on. No, yes, Ken did it. Harry Stovey, he said it. Harry Stovey reached the 100 career home run mark in 1890. Yep, and indeed, he was one of Clinton's McGreevy players. All right, now Bucco fans. All right. Oh, this is cool. All right. So the 1927 Pirates may be best remembered for being swept by the Yankees in the World Series. However, the Pirates had two Hall of Fame players on their World Series roster who did not play a single game in the series. Name these two bench warmers. We know, cousin. You knew Stovey all this time, man. You sly dog, you. This is a good Bucco question, light years from home, and Christopher Slovic, if you're still here. So once again, the 1927 Pirates may be best remembered for being swept by the Yankees in the World Series. However, the Pirates had two Hall of Fame players on their World Series roster who didn't play a single game in the series. Name these two bench warmers. This is a good one, man. We'll just do one more then, and that's it. If you guys want to find this quiz, it's on Saber's site. Or we can continue it another night. Okay, you got one of them, Clinton. One of them is Kai Kyler. The other one is not Honey Grow. Yep, Joe Cronin is the other one. So Clinton and Big Clue split that one up. Kai Kyler and Joe Cronin. Kyler was controversially benched for the World Series, and Cronin was 20 years old and in the second year of his Hall of Fame career. All right, and number 10, who is the only player who has appeared in a World Series game at both Wrigley Field and Comiskey Park in Chicago? Yep, Kyler and Cronin was question number 9, and this is question 10. So once again, who's the only player who has appeared in a World Series game at both Wrigley Field and Comiskey Park in Chicago? It is not Steve Trout. So these are current through 2020. So I should tell you that. So you got to think 2020 or before. So it's not Steve Trout. It is not Eddie Collins. David Lando, good guess. I would have thought Eddie Collins as well. It is not Dickie Carr or Dickie Kerr, however you said his name, Carr. It is not he. This one you've got to really kind of think of. Just this is a tricky question. I will ask it again, light years from home. Who is the only player who has appeared in a World Series game at both Wrigley Field and Comiskey Park in Chicago? This is a tough question. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a hint because you're all thinking of World Series matchups, but you have to think a little bit. That's it. Light years from home. Got it. It's Babe Ruth. So Babe Ruth defeated the Cubs in 1918 when the World Series home games were held at the larger Comiskey Park. More famously, Ruth and the Yankees played the Cubs at Wrigley Field in the 1932 World Series. So there you go. So guys, that was 10 questions. There's 50, but I don't want you guys to get all bored and stuff like that. So fun stuff. Good stuff, man. Yeah, Babe Ruth. I'm waiting. I'm like, oh my God. Because the tricky part of the question was the Comiskey Park part of it, right? And I had forgotten that the World Series was played in Comiskey Park then, not at it was still Wigman Field, I think, in 1918. It would become Wrigley. But so fun stuff. The rest of that quiz, guys, if you want to, I don't know how you challenge yourself, but maybe make the print really, really large. Just hit the control key, scroll forward in your mouse so you can't see the answers, or just look at the actual quiz first and look at the answer key later. Good stuff. So you guys are smart. So we had to, you guys were too good for the other one, so we had to go to Saber. We had to go to Saber. All right, gents. So that pretty much does it for this. And that was fun. And just a chance here, once again, guys, to, if you're not a member of Saber, you really ought to be a member of Saber. Yeah, you really ought to. So this is great. This is great. I don't think there is. Well, this might be an easy question, number 50, but I don't know. Anyhow. Yeah, man. Everybody did well. Gold stars all around. In the words of Fredo Corleone, I'm smart. Not dumb. Like, right? Good call, Clinton. But guys, Saber is it's just brilliant, and it's cheap. You know, it's cheap. The things that you can do here. I love the Rucker archive is amazing for images. You want to make some baseball cards, whatever. Their digital library. I've done a broadcast or a stream, whatever you want to call these things we do on Saber, and you should definitely join. Not like everybody says, I'm smart. There you go. David Lando continuing. Yes, The Godfather Part 2. All right, guys. I guess that'll do it. I don't know who's up for some baseball on Thanksgiving, but there will be baseball tomorrow. Probably be a Bats game. We'll see who the Phils are playing in the Bats game, and we'll do one of those tomorrow at least. So, yeah, Clint, you do need another 1,000 images. Dan, you're most welcome. I just thought you guys would like a little switch off and everything. So that will do it, gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming in and hanging out with me tonight. I'm just hanging out with my cats tomorrow. Like I said, I don't have any family nearby, so I'm going to be doing baseball at some point, and hope some of you will join me. I know you're all with your loved ones, and many of you are football fans. So yeah, Clinton, I heard you got out of the Ziekenhuis, as it would be said in Dutch, and played a game. You rolled up and played a 6-4 game. Nice. Happy Thanksgiving to Aaron Reed and to Cousin Ken. You're welcome. So thank you to Ken Castro, the heart and soul of this channel. To Aaron Reed, Clinton Parks, light years from home. Man, I miss you. Let's get back in touch sometime soon. Okay, please do. Been having a lot of fun. To Dan Burke, had me favorite Irishman, yar. David Lando, thank you for coming in as well. Big Clue, always nice to see you, man. I know we can only get to see you sometimes in my weekend broadcasts. So, Doug Hunt, awesome stuff. Doug answered one of the tough ones tonight. I'll say Aaron Reed's name again because Aaron's cool. D. Scott Howard, who his comment about history it's legendary. Thank you, D. Scott Howard. You guys are amazing. You guys were so much fun tonight. Thank you. You're like family to me, all of you. You really are. And Clee Baseball Fan was in here. Check out his channel, of course. Good stuff. And boy, there's a lot of people in here tonight, actually, or a good active chat. And that's what we like to see, huh? That's what we like to see. Alex Gautier was here for a while. Thank you, Alex. Answered some tough questions, too. Everybody did a great job tonight, man. I was suitably not shocked, though, not by this group. You guys blew through that first quiz, like killing it all the way. So that says something about all of you that I had to, Christopher Slovic was here. Thank you, Chris. That I had to actually, Mike Silva was here to go to Sabre, and Bernie stopped in to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. All right. All right, everybody, until next we meet. Ken says tomorrow he's doing game 100 of his Phillies 1965 replay. Oh, Big Clue has one. Big Clue has a quick one. All right. We got to do a quick one here. And then we'll close it off. And I'm going to go binge watch some American Horror Story. Yes, I am. Season 1 even, too. So. Okay. What team signed George Sisler when he played college ball, but lost him when he signed with the Browns at the end of his school year? Oh, my God. I'm thinking about this as Clint says he's going to play 1960 and 1908 tomorrow. Which team lost Sisler to the Browns? Browns hired Rich. Oh, my God. I'm going to hazard a guess and say the Pittsburgh Pirates. Doug Hunt says the Yankees. I'm guessing Pirates because bad things happened to us. And not getting George Sisler would have been a bad thing. Because Sisler starts his career as Wagner's is winding down. Yes. See that? Thank you, Big Clue. Another bad thing that happened to Pittsburgh. Damn it. All right, guys, until next we meet, you all are amazing people. You really are. Thank you for giving me a wonderful Thanksgiving present, gift, whatever. And see you around the batting cage, gents. Good night.